We are finally on the last week of Kelak, and it is push week, so I think we're going to try a little harder, but not too hard. Not too worried about it, but this is going to lay out the strat, and then you guys can perfect it for the super duper high scores. So, turn one, it's going to be the same that we usually do. We're going to throw out some skills, and we're going to buff at the end. Buff up, stack Margaret passive, but we don't want to do too much damage, so we do it after the attacks. And then we want to see a lot of Tarmiel buffs, because those are 2 buffs per unit, plus 5 points per buff, as you see. And then when Kelak does attack into us, he's going to stack 3 adaptation debuffs, and it's, oh, he hits 4 people, but he does only stack 3. Okay, so it's plus 10 per debuff, not to mention him sealing himself, and then ult locking himself is going to be a couple extra debuffs. So turn 2, same thing. We're looking for gold skills now, so we're going to hit these merges, and then continue to attack and then buff afterwards if we can. Now, since, like I mentioned, it is going to be push week, I'm going to look for a gold cleanse, so I'm not going to burn them early. If you get extra cleanses, you can burn them now, so that you can get the cleanse points for removing some of these poison and infect stacks. Not going to worry about that, because it's not too many points. Turn 3, we did get 1 gold, and then we have a mark silver, so that'll actually be pretty big if we can hit that. And then again, attacking. Now, if you do end up doing too much damage, you could also put C gear in the top rows, or you could take off weapons, you know, do some minor adjustments so that you don't kill too quickly. But you can also kill the turn that you get the gold buff, like we did there. And finishing before turn 8 is probably going to get you a couple extra points, but I think, yeah, it's only turn 4, turn 5. We're going to stall a little bit, try to lifesteal. Looks like Sariel and Tarmiel are kind of low. He is about 3/4 HP, so we gotta be careful not to kill him. Do some sever attacks, those don't do a lot of damage. Phase 1 is really where you can farm points, so if you can hold off, it's probably ideal. We did get a Tarm buff, which is nice because that is the point farmer. And it looks like we are patiencing, so we're not taking too much damage on the left side of our team here. Right side is looking kind of low. I think we need to move on the next turn, and since we have his Tarmiel buff, he is the lowest. I am going to push for his ult. And then hopefully, he lifesteals back to full HP. Actually, he should be able to, because I can drop the cleanse now, because it lasts 3 turns. And we are transitioning on turn 6, which gives us 2 more turns with the buff, and 2 more turns for the run. So this will be perfect. We'll buff up with her, and not going to risk fitting in any other cards here. We'll just Tarmiel buff. And throw out the Liz single target for the rank 1 skill usage. I'm going to hold on to the Sariel attack because he does need a lifesteal some, so don't want to burn that. And then skill locking is plus 10, so I guess we could have double skill locked. That would give us 5 extra points, but it's whatever. So now we have our second gold attack. We needed 2. We want to lifesteal with Sariel. He's low, so we'll throw out all the little baby attacks. We'll get a power strike merge, and then that should deal about half HP here on turn 7, and then we will be able to finish on turn 8, hopefully with our 2 attacks there. We should deal enough damage. Now the only tricky thing is making sure that Liz doesn't actually kill, because then Sariel won't be able to fit in his attack and lifesteal, but it's more important to fit in Liz's attack because that is the mission. We actually got a rank 2 Tarm buff and another cleanse, so that's actually a nice little merge here. So we hit the double infect cleanse, rank 2 buff. Sariel does need a lifesteal, but like I said, probably not going to risk Liz missing out on that gold attack. I doubt Sariel kills even with all these buffs, but we definitely want to take it safe since we were able to get the gold buff. That's a little hard to come by. But everyone is, ooh, okay, 609, still not enough to kill, so that's awesome. 329, that should be just about full HP for everybody. Pretty damn close. It's definitely going to be all the missions, and that is going to give us a clean 14-5. All right, so if you guys like, they drop a thumbie, maybe sub if you're into that, and I'll see you in the next one.